This past weekend, Adidas had their annual All-American football game. If you're unfamiliar with this game, it showcases some of the best talent in high school football in the country. Many of the players are highly recruited, and some even commit to the colleges they'll be playing for live during the game. Now, that's not the only reason to get excited about the Adidas All-American football game. If you've been following this channel, you know that this is the best place to come for football gear and equipment reviews. So naturally, one of the things that I get most excited about this game is we get a preview of all of the 2020-2021 Adidas football gear. And in this video, I'll be giving you guys my first impression of the Adidas adiZero 9.0 football gloves. As you can see here, I have both the white and the black colorway of the gloves they use in the Adidas All-American football game. Now, these are not released yet. I have the lucky fortune of having these sent directly from Adidas to give you guys my first impression. So I'm gonna take them out of the package and give you guys some of the differences that I can already tell from last year's model to this year's model. Both colorways of the glove are identical in the construction of the material and the material used in the grip. I'll be using mostly the black colorway in the video because it shows up a little bit better on camera. When I talk about the palms, I'll probably switch to the white colorway because you can see the designs just a little bit easier. I did mention that these gloves are not available at retail yet. Now, traditionally, Adidas does release the exclusive gloves used in the All-American game for retail pretty soon after the game airs. So if you like what you see in this video, definitely be sure to keep your eyes peeled on the Adidas website to see if they release. One of the first things that you're gonna notice about this glove is it uses the exact same silhouette as the glove from last year, the adiZero 8.0. Now, the 8.0s were the first glove in the adiZero line to use the extended cuff. Previously, all the gloves up to the 7.0 had a higher cuff where your wrist bone was completely exposed. Now, I covered that in the unboxing that I did last year, that Adidas went to the longer cuffs. Now, the interesting thing about the cuff, same thing as last year, is it's a little bit higher on the palm side of the glove. This is gonna allow you for more range of motion when you're flexing your hand downward whether you're catching or gripping the ball. Now, the back side of the glove is going to be a little bit longer, but they do have this cutout, the same thing in the 8.0, to give you a little bit more comfortability and maneuverability around the wrist bone on the outer side of your wrist. Now, while I don't have the retail packaging for the glove because it was shipped directly from the All-American game, I do suspect that it's still going to use the grab tack palm that Adidas has been using in their adiZero gloves for a very long time. One thing that's going to be very different from the 8.0s is going to be the material used in the back of hand. Now, when I posted pictures of the uniform before the game aired, many of you speculated whether or not the gloves were prime knit. Again, I don't have the retail packaging, but from what I can tell, most of the construction is not going to be prime knit. It's still going to be a woven material. Both the lighter portion of the back of hand is a woven stretch material, as well as the darker portion seems a little bit more like prime knit, but it still seems to be a little bit lighter and not as compressive as the prime knit that we're used to. One of the main benefits over the 8.0s that I noticed in this glove is the construction is going to be much lighter than the 8.0s, so it's going to be a little bit more breathable, it's going to feel a little bit lighter, and with the material used, I'm guessing that Adidas is going to be able to print a lot more unique designs on their gloves. Now, we all know about the different gloves and cleats that Adidas does every year. The material is going to be very important for Adidas to continue to innovate on the number of designs, the ease of the designs, how quick they can do them, and keeping the costs down. It's a little bit harder to see on the white glove, but there is a print on both colorways of this glove over the lighter portion of the back of hand. Now, the Adidas symbol on the back of the hand is not screen printed. This is going to be a raised material. See if you guys can see it on camera. It appears to be some type of vinyl. It gives the glove some dimension as well as makes the glove seem a little bit more higher quality. Switching our focus to the palm side of the glove, you can see that Adidas used an elaborate design for the grip of the glove. Now, this is the same design used on the black colorway. It's a little bit more difficult to see because it's all gold, but if I get close enough, you might be able to see the design that they used in the black colorway. The last major difference that I noticed in these gloves versus the 8.0 is going to be on the fingertips. Because of this new woven material that's a little bit lighter, more breathable, they did need something to keep the structure and integrity of the glove. Now, last year's model, which I'll show you in the review, does use some type of backing on the hand to give it that structure. Here you can see that they use some type of material that appears to possibly be a TPU to give the glove more durability and structural integrity. On the pointer finger, if this is primate, that's not going to be needed. And you can see here that Adidas forgoes that on the thumb and the pointer finger. So that's my overall first impression of these gloves. I don't know how much they're going to retail for yet. I also don't know how many colors they're going to start with. Again, these gloves are not out yet, but let me know if you like one of these colorways over the other. If you like the white colorway or the black colorway, which one do you think is the best one? Which one do you think I should rock for my games coming up this season? If you like my videos, remember to give me a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.